The mystery of the Bermuda Triangle. Off the coast of Florida, reaching towards the vast Caribbean Sea, lies one of the world's most enigmatic and infamous regions, the Bermuda Triangle. This area, forming an invisible triangle with its 3 points at Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, has captured imaginations for centuries. Tales of disappearing ships, lost planes, and unexplained phenomena have made the Bermuda Triangle a magnet for mystery enthusiasts, scientists, and conspiracy theorists alike. This is the story of one such mysterious encounter that happened not too long ago. In early November 2022, an experienced yacht captain named Lucas Delgado set out from Miami to Puerto Rico with a small crew. Lucas was no stranger to the Bermuda Triangle. He had navigated its waters dozens of times, dismissing tales of paranormal activities as exaggerations or legends. His boat, the Mariner, was equipped with the latest navigation and satellite technology. His team was well prepared, the forecast was clear, and everything looked set for a smooth journey. As the Mariner sailed through the open waters, Lucas and his crew found themselves lulled by the rhythm of the waves. But as they crossed further into the area known as the Bermuda Triangle, a strange fog began to settle over the water. At first, Lucas dismissed it as a weather anomaly, but the mist grew thicker and more unnatural. Unlike ordinary fog, it seemed to glow faintly, casting an eerie light across the boat. The navigational equipment began to glitch. The compass needle spun erratically, and the GPS screen flickered, unable to lock onto a position. Just then, the radio crackled to life. Through the static, Lucas heard a faint voice speaking. It was distorted, yet it sounded almost like an old-fashioned distress signal. A chill ran down his spine as he recognized the call sign. It matched that of Flight 19, a group of U.S. Navy planes that had famously disappeared over the Bermuda Triangle back in 1945. The voice repeated coordinates that Lucas checked against his own. They were alarmingly close. Lucas ordered his crew to change course, but the steering became unresponsive. The boat felt as if it were caught in some invisible grip, being pulled toward an unknown destination. Then, without warning, the fog cleared, and the world around them changed. They found themselves in the middle of a bright, calm ocean, but with no sign of their surroundings, no islands, no land, just endless water stretching to the horizon. Above, a strange golden hue filled the sky, as though time itself had paused. The crew was in a state of shock, but Lucas kept his composure, trying to communicate with anyone on the radio. He managed to pick up faint signals but heard only snippets of past conversations, voices from different times, and different languages, as though echoes of the past were bleeding into their present. One voice spoke in the clipped tones of an old sea captain, another belonged to a woman speaking French, and another sounded like a man from the early 1900s, describing a storm. It was as though they had slipped through a crack in time and were floating in some in-between realm. Hours passed, or perhaps it was days. The crew lost all sense of time. The golden sky dimmed, and the stars above them shifted into unfamiliar patterns, almost as if they were looking up at an alien sky. Just as hope was beginning to wane, a sudden force, like an invisible wave, surged around them. Their boat rocked violently, and the strange fog reappeared, swallowing them whole once more. When the fog lifted, the Mariner was just off the coast of Miami, only a few miles from where they had originally started. Disoriented and exhausted, the crew checked their clocks and phones, which now showed that only a few hours had passed since they had first encountered the fog. But for Lucas and his team, it had felt like days. Back on shore, Lucas reported the event, but his account was met with skepticism. Some dismissed it as exhaustion, a shared hallucination, or a malfunction in the equipment. Yet, he and his crew knew the truth. They had glimpsed something unexplainable within the Bermuda Triangle, something beyond the understanding of science. To this day, Lucas often wondered if they had encountered an unknown phenomenon, or if they had, in some way, crossed paths with those lost within the Bermuda Triangle. Although he continued his journeys, Lucas would never again sail near the Bermuda Triangle without a sense of deep respect, and a hint of fear, knowing that the mysteries of that region were more real than he had ever believed.